Right now, about a third of the people getting hired in this country don't need an interview because they already worked there. They quit or they retired, and now they're being hired back. Often as consultants, often at a rate they never have been paid as an employee. And if that's happening in your company, it's telling you something most owners never stop to hear. The number comes from ADP, and they run payroll for a huge share of American companies, so they can see this is actual data. As of early last year, about 35% of all new hires were people coming back to a company that they'd already left, up from 31% the year before. And in some industries, it's even wilder. In the information sector, nearly 2 out of 3 new hires were people already returning. They even came up with a name for it now. They're called boomerang employees. Here's the thing that most companies don't realize. When one of their people leave, they didn't just leave an empty chair. They leave with something the company could not replace and could not rebuild from scratch. Not their title, not their tasks, because you can hire someone to do a task. What left was the actual tribal knowledge, the context, the micro decisions that they were making day to day, the thousands of little things that they knew that nobody else did and nobody else ever wrote down. And the company discovered painfully that it couldn't function without it. So it did the only thing that it could. It went and got the person back. And here's the part that should really grab your attention. When you hire a person back, especially as a contractor or a consultant, you are now paying a premium. In some cases, you may be paying 2 or even 3 times the rate to get that same knowledge that you previously had within your business just a few months ago, and now you're paying to get it back. Nothing about the knowledge actually changed. The only thing that changed is that you used to own it, and now you're renting it. In a very real way, every time a company hires that person back, it's not an actual reunion story. It's a receipt. Proof that the knowledge was never actually in the business. It was in the other person's head. Tribal knowledge that just never got documented. It never got transferred into the business itself. The business was borrowing the whole time and didn't know until that person was gone. Which raises a question that actually needs to be answered. And it's an uncomfortable one. If your most experienced person walked out today, would you be calling them back next quarter? Offering a consulting rate to come back a couple days a month or even more to untangle the mess? Because if the honest answer is yes, then the knowledge isn't in your company. It's in them. And you are one resignation away from being a renter in your own business. Because here's the thing. 10,000 Americans hit retirement age every single day. 1 in 4 workers is 55 years or older. And the people most likely to walk out with the irreplaceable knowledge are the closest ones to the actual exit door. Now, the obvious lesson is retain your top people. Keep them from leaving. Absolutely do that. But that's not fully in your control. People retire, people move, people have their own lives. What is in your control is whether you capture that tribal knowledge or not. You can always keep the person, but you can't always keep the knowledge. And the time to get it out of their heads, to capture it and amplify it, is while they're still sitting in the role, not during the exit interview, and definitely not by paying to rent it back later. That's the entire reason that we built a tool just for this. It helps you figure out which people in your business, if they left tomorrow, you'd end up calling back at a consulting rate. The ones whose knowledge only exists in their heads. Once you can see that clearly, you can do something about it before it costs you. The link's in the description if you want to run it on your own business or run your people through it. But first, I'm curious, has your company ever had to bring someone back after they left? If so, what did it cost you? In money or in headaches? Drop it in the comments and let me know. If this way of thinking, this way of looking at your business is useful, go ahead and subscribe. And it's exactly what we're working through on this channel. And watch this next one because it's the same type of problem, but we're looking at it from a completely different angle. Check it out.